Hey, first grade. So this is your officially your last interactive read aloud that you'll be reading. You should be watching this on May 18th. So the story is called Celebrate the Flag. So this week we're really focusing on patriotism and things that are important to our country, including our flag. So we're going to be reading about maybe the American flag, but also some other flags and how we celebrate it. So we're going to listen to the story, but the question that we're going to be asking ourselves is, how do you feel when you see the American flag? And what does it make you think of? So let's listen to our story first, and then we'll answer our questions. All right, let's go ahead.
Celebrate the flag. What makes a flag special? Flags wave high up in the air. We recognize the stars and stripes in red, white, and blue colors as the flag of the United States. Every country in the world has its own flag. At international sporting events like the World Cup and the Olympics, flags wave high. States have flags too. States use their flags to display different aspects of their history. The Colorado flag includes white to show its snow-capped mountains, blue for its blue skies, red for the soil, and golden yellow for the sun. People hang flags outside of their homes and march with them in parades. Flags represent something special. They show people's pride in something.
Okay, so as you can see on this picture, they have a lot of flags. So these are flags from different countries. So just like the story was saying, is that our country, the American flag, or our country, America, has the American flag, which is the 50 white stars, and then the stripes, the red and white stripes, and then there's a section of blue. So there are reasons, and I'm glad that they talked about the Colorado flag, is that there's reasons for the flag looking the way it does. It's not just, hey, let's pick some colors and put it together. It's usually done with intention.
In the United States, you find the flag waving everywhere on certain days of the year, like Memorial Day and the 4th of July. But people fly the American flag on other days too. Schools, banks, and post offices display the flag every day that they are open. Most public institutions only show the flag from sunrise to sunset. A flag can only be flown at night if it is illuminated or lit up. The American flag also waves in most sports arenas and stadiums in the United States. At the start of many sporting events, the crowd faces the flag and sings the national anthem. The flag has been part of many important events for the United States. The flag can show our pride in our country. When astronauts landed on the moon for the first time in 1969, they planted an American flag on the moon's surface to represent our country in space.
Wow, they talked a lot about the American flag on this section of our story. So the American flag, as they just said, is placed in sporting events, is in our schools, is in a lot of public places, but they only allow it to be hung or flying from sunrise to right before sunrise, or sunrise to sunset. So our flag is really special. So it's not just something that, America, okay. We need to treat it with respect, and it shows our pride for our country and where we live. So the fact that when Americans, our astronauts, landed on the moon, they brought the American flag to show their pride for what they've accomplished.
The American flag hasn't always looked the way it does today. When the United States was just starting out, there weren't 50 states. The first flag had 13 stars and 13 stripes because there were 13 colonies that would later become the first states. Before the first flag was even created, however, the colonies were using many different flags. In early 1776, one popular flag was named the Grand Union flag. It had a design that looked very similar to Britain's Union Jack flag, since many colonists came from Britain. Having so many different flags was a problem, because the colonists didn't know which flag to use when they were in battle. In June of 1777, the Continental Congress passed the first flag law so that America could have one flag. The new flag called for 13 stripes in red and white, and 13 white stars on a blue background. The 13 stars and stripes represented the 13 colonies. As more states joined the new country, more stars were added. From 1795 to 1818, the number of stripes changed, but since 1818, it has been 13 stripes.
So here they're talking about the history of our flag. So our flag has not always had a certain amount of stripes or a certain amount of stars. It has developed based off of the history of our country. So today there are 13 stripes because our country, which you'll learn later on, had 13 colonies, so the start of our country. And so the stars used to show how many colonies there were, and are now just showing how many states. So there are 50 states. So if you were to count how many stars on a flag, you most likely see 50.
Today, the country has 50 states, so the flag has 50 stars. The purpose of the 13 stripes is to remind us how much the country has grown since the original 13 colonies. The 50-star flag was introduced on July 4th, 1960, after Hawaii officially became the 50th state. Our flag also has some fun nicknames. They include Old Glory, the Stars and Stripes, the Red, White, and Blue, and the Star-Spangled Banner. The largest American flag hangs from the George Washington Bridge between New York and New Jersey every year during important holidays. Each stripe is 5 feet wide, and the whole flag weighs 450 pounds. Every year on June 14th, the country celebrates Flag Day. On this special day, we honor the flag and the history of the United States. Many towns have parades. The streets are lined with people waving flags and wearing red, white, and blue colors to honor Old Glory.
Okay, the end. So really they're wrapping up what the story was about and talking about one of the largest flags and where it hangs. So let's go to our question. Okay, so you're going to write for about 5 to 7 minutes. So mom and dad will probably time you to help you. Let's see, are you able to see this? I don't think you're able to see this. Let's try this again. All right, let's try this again. Thank you for your patience. Okay, let's do this. All right, now you're able to see it. Okay, so it says write for 5 to 7 minutes, and so you'll have mom and dad put on a timer and answer the question, how do you feel when you see the American flag? What does that make you think of? So in our story, the American flag is placed in a lot of, our American flag is flown or placed in a lot of places. Can you think of any places maybe you've seen the American flag? And do you think that we would still have an American flag? And this is a little bit of a history lesson. So we were actually colonists, or our country started off as colonists that were part of Britain. And so we ended up separating from Britain. So if we didn't separate, do you think we'd still have an American flag? So I want you to write, and I've got a sentence starter for you guys. When I see the American flag, I feel blank. How does that make you feel? Because, tell me why. What does it make you think of? Maybe it makes you think of 4th of July activities. I want you to write about maybe some 4th of July activities you've done and how you celebrate the American flag. Talk about maybe where you've seen the American flag. So this is more a brainstorming activity. I want you to write as much as you can So make sure that you're writing for the entire time, 5 to 7 minutes. Do I care about your spelling? Nope. Do I care about your ideas? Yes. All right. So that's going to be your assignment for today. Let me stop sharing. But feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Okay. Bye, first grade.